So let me back up for a second because I left something very important out. According to Frank Alexander, Tupac actually wanted to go backstage after the fight, the Tyson Seldon fight, to talk to Mike Tyson, break down the match, just kick it for a minute, nothing unusual. But Suge Knight pulls him away, says they've got to go, like they're on some strict schedule or something. And as soon as they turn the corner, everything starts. So even Frank Alexander said it didn't feel right. He said it looked staged. And here's where it gets deeper. I didn't realize David Mack grew up in the same neighborhood as Suge Knight. Same circle, same roots. And then you've got Snoop Dogg, who at one point, according to the book, implicated Suge Knight as well. So that's not small. Then there's Derwin Henderson, another officer tied to death row, and he was actually the partner of Kevin Gaines. After Kevin Gaines was killed, Henderson and about a dozen other cops were out there intimidating witnesses, not investigating what happened to Kevin Gaines between him and Frank Liga, but actually controlling the narrative. From the very beginning, they've been controlling the narrative. So now look, I'm not going to be able to cover everything here. It's just too much. So if you really want a full picture, go get the book. It's linked below. You can read it. You can listen to it. You can get The City of Lies. I'll try to link that below as well. And you can do your own research, because this brings us to like the real conversation, narrative control and credibility. Let's just say it's straight. Randall Sullivan's Labyrinth might be the most credible account we have on the deaths of Tupac Shakur and Biggie, period. Everything I'm talking about is a reaction to this book and to the key interviews and people that are shared in the book. So now Russell Poole. This is where things get really serious. He joined the LAPD in 1980. Every evaluation Russell Poole had was outstanding. He worked his way up to robbery homicide division elite level. So this wasn't some reckless detective chasing theories. This was a guy with a spotless record. He gets assigned to Kevin Gaines' shooting, and that's where everything starts, this road rage case. But then he gets a tip. He gets a tip that Kevin Gaines is married but living with a girlfriend in the Hollywood Hills. That girlfriend, Sharitha Knight, Suge Knight's estranged wife. That's not a coincidence. That's a connection. Poole starts pulling threads, and what he's uncovering is something way bigger than this single case. So the corruption inside the LAPD, officers tied to death row, a system that was protecting themselves. And Poole wasn't some loud, reckless figure. He was methodical. He was humble. He even talked about what it was like policing black neighborhoods as a white officer. How complex and intense that experience was. This guy wasn't guessing. He was observing, documenting, connecting dots. And here's the uncomfortable part. He may have paid for it. Poole is dead, and there's still suspicion around that. That's how serious his investigation got. Now let's talk about that narrative control. There's a film tied to all of this, City of Lies. This stars Johnny Depp and Forest Whitaker, two big names. But somehow, when people talk about this whole Tupac and Biggie case, City of Lies is really never mentioned, nor is the book Labyrinth. Instead, you hear about murder rap and other watered-down versions of the story. Why? Because when Poole took over the Biggie case, the real fight wasn't on the streets. It was inside the department. He was blocked, shut down, undermined. Bernard Parks and others in the LAPD didn't even allow Poole to officially document some of his findings. Think about that. The narrative wasn't just shaped, it was controlled from the beginning. And you know what I just thought about? Some of the documentation that Russell Poole left behind and really wasn't recorded in the official file, I bet you those are some of those documents that Greg Kading took. And that's an allegation. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just my own thoughts that Greg Kading probably has some of those files. So, but he might not. I don't know. But anyway, forgive me if he doesn't. But Labyrinth isn't just credible, guys. It's essential. It's not just credible. If you want to understand what really happened, this is where you start, okay? This is JeeJee, guys. Part 3 is coming. Go watch 1 if you haven't already. And if you're rocking with this, hit the like button, please. I don't play favorites, and I know that makes people uncomfortable sometimes, but every bit of support matters, guys. And I appreciate you. Peace.